Welcome everybody to the Romance Languages live show. Yes, welcome everybody. This is a show which we make together. That means that you can call me anytime during this session and we can improvise language challenges, focusing on the Romance languages mostly. Yes, so it's basically we're just going to be hanging out here. You can ask questions. Actually, you can ask questions. I'm happy to answer, but you just need to know if you're new here, I'm not an expert in Romance languages. So I won't be able to answer any questions regarding that. But if you have something interesting that you would like to share with me about Romance languages, I'm all ears and I'm happy to share it with the community also. So you're welcome to share that. If you are new to the show and you want to know how you can call me, there is a link in the description that is going to take you to a registration form. This is how it looks like. You need to fill in some contact details just in case I need to contact you at any time. And after that, you're going to receive an email with a link to the instructions on how to get into the software that I'm using for streaming right now. Also at the end, usually, I think that when you complete the registration form, there should be a link displayed immediately after you submit, but some people reported that it's broken, so you can either just copy that link and open it in a new tab, or just go to your email inbox and you should find an email there with the link that should open in a new tab automatically. So that's a trick right there. And if you are not new to the show and you called me before or you registered before, you don't have to register again. You can just use the same link, basically. The same link that you probably have in your inbox. Maybe you saved it. If not, you will have to register again. But other than that, you don't have to. You can just use the same link as before. And if you called me in on my other channels, like the Ecolinguist channel or Germanic Languages Hub or Slavic Languages Hub, the channels that I also run, you will have to register separately for every channel, because every channel has its own link and its own registration form. So just so you know. Yes, thank you for thumbs up. We already have 12 thumbs up. Thank you very much. Homoviator, I need to learn more and boost my English before, well, then I would be able to participate in your show. Well, you don't need to be able to speak English here, because we want to focus on speaking Romance languages. And actually, usually there is always someone who can speak a Romance language, one of the Romance languages. I don't know, Homoviator 79, what country are you from? What languages do you speak? What languages do you speak? If you speak Spanish, I'm able to communicate. Yo puedo comunicarse en español un poco. Hey Norbert, which Romance language would be your favorite? Sounds the best to you? That's an interesting question. Well, I do like Mexican Spanish, just because I heard it a lot, I suppose. I've been exposed to that a lot. So it just sounds really nice to me, to my ears. It's kind of it's kind of nostalgic sound. It takes me back to the times when I was living in Mexico. Yeah, and other than that, I like different varieties of Spanish. There's also Spanish in Chile and Argentina that I really like the sound of. I probably wouldn't be able to speak it because it's just too difficult. I like Mexican Spanish because I feel like I have all the necessary vowels and consonants to use off the cuff, so that makes it much easier for me to be able to speak it. But with other varieties of Spanish, they sound great. I really think they're beautiful, but they're much more difficult for me to speak personally. Yes, so let's see if we have any new registrations happening. We don't have any new registrations happening. I see that there are 2 callers on the call already. So I'm going to add you guys in a moment. Let's wait for more people to join us today, because it usually takes a little bit of time for YouTube to send the notifications to everybody. That's why I start the show 10 minutes early with a countdown, just so everybody gets notified and can make it when things are happening. Yeah. Yeah, last week I did a stream on the Germanic Languages Hub, and I see that some of you are here. Clara, specifically. Hola, Clara. So Clara attended the Germanic Languages live show last week. And 2 weeks ago, I did the stream on the Ecolinguist channel. And it also happened to be dominated by the Germanic languages. Which is nice, because recently, when was it? Yesterday. Yeah, yesterday on the Ecolinguist channel, I published another video featuring the Old English language. So if you're into Germanic languages, you're welcome to check it out. And before that, there was the famous Interlingua language, the constructed language that is dedicated, that was designed to be easy to comprehend for speakers of all Romance languages. I don't know what you think about it. Like, were you able to understand it? Maybe I'd like to invite Carlos to one of the shows, so you guys can call in and we could do the live interaction as we did with Luke Ranieri, with Latin, couple of months ago. So if Carlos agrees, maybe in 2 weeks, 2 weeks time, when I'm going to stream on the Ecolinguist channel again, we could do that. We could do an episode, a live stream dedicated to the Interlingua language. Clara, buonasera. Clara, do you speak Italian? Buonasera a tutti, Silva. Greetings. And by the way, if you are on the line or you are thinking about calling in, do a little bit of a preparation in advance. So think of a word that you would like to describe, or maybe think of a sentence that you would like to present, and try to make other people to translate into their languages and see if they can understand that. So just think about it, and if you need any help, just ask me in the chat and I will give you some pointers about that. Las Interlingua was easy to understand because I've been learning Spanish for a while. Yes. So Interlingua in the video on the Ecolinguist channel, it sounded a little bit Spanish because Carlos is from Galicia originally, and he speaks Galician and Spanish daily. So that definitely influenced the way he pronounces things in Interlingua. So it might sound slightly different when spoken by speakers of other Romance languages, but basically you should be able to understand it anyways. Pavel, Chilean Spanish is one of the most difficult to understand for me. Yes, it's a bit difficult, but it sounds awesome. I don't know. I like Chilean, and I also like the Argentinian and Uruguayan varieties. They sound so interesting. We had a Chilean Spanish speaker in a video on the Ecolinguist channel. The video was about telenovelas. We had a Brazilian Portuguese speaker who was talking about telenovelas in Portuguese, and we had speakers of 3 different varieties of Spanish trying to understand which telenovela he was describing in Portuguese. So that was a lot of fun. It wasn't a video that was very popular on YouTube, so I think now it's kind of buried by the algorithm. It's not really it doesn't really have a lot of views, but if you're interested, you can find it on the playlist, the Romance languages playlist. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to watch, and you could hear 3 different varieties of Spanish in one video. It was the Chilean variety, Spanish from Spain variety, Castellano, and a Spanish from Mexico. Luca says, as a non-Spanish speaker, his Spanish accent didn't change the easiness of Interlingua, actually. Yes. Oh, wow. DQTube. Although I don't master any Romance language perfectly, I understood the Interlingua more than Old English. Yeah, Old English was quite a challenge, especially in the most recent video. We made it particularly challenging because we thought about all the people who speak Dutch and German and Scandinavian languages and Icelandic and Norwegian and so on. So we wanted to make it challenging for them also. So it was, even though all the participants were English speakers, native English speakers, the video itself can be watched by anyone who is interested in Germanic languages or speaks at least one of them. Don't insult Old English, please. Did I insult Old English? Wow, I didn't know Old English had feelings. I'm sorry. Yeah. So Old English. The most fascinating thing about Old English is that it's so old. It's like 1,000-year old. It's a really good age, you know. So it's a miracle that it survived this long and people are still interested in it. Peter, I understood like 95% of the Interlingua. That's a lot of percents. Yeah, it's also easy to understand for English speakers. Yeah, maybe when Carlos is on the show, he could tell us more about that, how the interlingual language was created and what kind of vocabulary it includes, because I think it also includes some Germanic words also. Bonsoir, Rokolány, jó estét. Okay, so at the moment we have 24 people watching, and 2 people are calling in. Nobody is registering. Nobody new is registering. So I think we can just maybe start adding people. Let me just check one thing. Okay. So just a quick reminder to everybody, if you want to participate, you need to register. The link is in the description. You just fill in the form and you should be emailed a link to instructions on how to join. It's pretty easy. You do need some equipment. You need some sort of headset with a mic like this. Ideally, you really want to be in a quiet room, because the problem is that sometimes, when the sound quality is really bad, nobody's enjoying watching this later, especially in the replays. It's a headache. So just make sure that you are in a quiet space and you have some sort of headset or a quiet computer. Maybe that would be a good thing. You can even use your phone. You can connect via phone. But just think about that. Like, what is your best setup that you could bring to the show? What happened here? Yes. The registration. Oh, I see we have a Swahili speaker in the chat. That's great. Yeah, there is going to be um, an expansion on the Ecolinguist channel into the Celtic languages family. So that's going to be happening possibly next week. Well, the video is basically ready. I'm just waiting for some final corrections of the transcription. So we are going to be expanding to a new language family soon. It's a smaller language family, but still it's kind of exciting. Um, okay, so I think I'm going to add the first person. Okay, Leonardo, so I'm going to add you in a second. Just maybe make sure that your framing is good, because at the moment your forehead is cut off. Okay, so here we come. Oh, this is the wrong button. Here you are. Hello.
Hello, Norbert.
Hola, hola, ¿qué tal?
Hey, just connected. Well, today unfortunately I don't have my headset because I actually don't know where it is, and maybe my mother got it. I have no idea, but my computer should be quiet, so I hope there's not too much noise.
So if that happens, you can always mute yourself when you don't speak, and that should
Yeah,
improve the sound quality. But I will be listening for any issues, anyways. So
sure.
I
Thank
think
you.
I think that anyone who's been watching the show, even if they watched it once in the past 2 months, they must have encountered you because you called so many times that people probably already know you.
You know, Norbert, I love these sorts of things. So whenever I have time, I just manage to connect. I mean, I'm organizing myself to connect possibly every 2 weeks, and then we'll see in my future organization. Leonardo is basically the co-host. Ciao,
Yeah.
Luca. Hey, through.
Yes, exactly. And you also bring a very unique linguistic background into the show because you are a bilingual, right? You're bilingual, uh,
Yeah,
naturally
from
bilingual.
definitely bilingual. Exactly. So, shall I present myself again for the
Yes,
people? For
yes.
me,
For all
okay.
the new people who just joined in.
So, for all the new people again, um, I'm Leonardo. I'm from Italy, and actually, my father is Dutch, so I'm natively bilingual Italian Dutch. But then I speak all sorts of other languages. So at college, actually, at the beginning of high school, I started studying French. Then after French, Greek came in. Then after Greek, I started studying some German, and then after German, I started studying Portuguese, and then actually, I forgot Chinese in between because I started studying Chinese in between. Oh no, actually, I started studying Chinese before I started studying Greek.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then Portuguese, and then after Portuguese, the last language I am trying to learn right now is Japanese, but it's not really. I just started, and I still need to practice and stuff like that. I hope you didn't forget any. Wait a second. Goedenavond, Leonardo. Hallo, Johanna. Hello. So this was a Dutch insight from somebody who just speaks Dutch, but I wouldn't forget any. So it's Italian, English, French, German, Portuguese, Greek, Mandarin,
Uh-huh.
and and I forgot something.
That's
Italian.
fine. So, today we are focusing on the Romance languages.
Exactly.
So, my question is because lots of Italians they are multilingual, and they, apart from the standard Italian, they also speak local dialects or regional languages. Do you speak any local dialect potentially, possibly, or
Well, actually, I can understand and follow a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of Venetian, but that's
Venetian? Mm-hmm.
that's all. Just basically an understanding. I wouldn't say I really speak that much. I can say something in Venetian, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's not common that it's not like every Italian speaks multiple regional languages, right? Sometimes you've been
Yeah.
exposed to it, you're kind of able to understand it, but you don't speak it,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I see. Uh, do you actually have any challenges in mind that you would like to do today? Have you prepared
Well,
something, maybe depending on who's going to call, of course, but
well, I might prepare something in a Romance language I know and try to let somebody guess, maybe, depending on who's joining, or maybe write some sentences, or even if there's something with someone who comes in and joins in with a special Romance language that I can try to understand. That would be cool too. I mean, I would stay on the language challenges because I would say that the Guess the Language game would fit better on the Ecolinguist channel because you really have various languages to guess and not only Romance
mm-hmm.
ones.
Okay, okay. That's fine. I see Clara is calling in. So let me just also I see Joanna. Joanna, do you speak Romanian? I think Joanna speaks Romanian. That would be also nice if someone from Romania called in. But anyways, let's add Clara and see. Okay, Clara, I'm going to add you in a second. Let me just fix the window here. Okay, Clara, so you are about to go live. Let me click this. And we switch to this window. Hello, Clara.
Hi, hello.
Hello.
Hello, Clara. Where are you calling from and what languages do you speak?
So, I speak Italian as mother tongue,
Uh-huh.
but I live in Germany,
Uh-huh.
and so I'm calling from Germany.
Okay.
But I studied all my life English and French.
Okay, so so you are an expert in Germanic languages and Romance languages. So you would be a good fit for both of the channels. But today we are focusing on
Yeah,
the Romance languages. So you both speak Italian. So you are both native speakers of
yes,
Italian, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Clara, do you speak any regional languages of Italy
yes.
also? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I come from north of Italy, so I speak a dialect from Lombardy.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Oh,
I think we had a video on the Ecolinguist channel featuring
yeah, we
Lombardian.
had. We
Yeah,
had.
yeah, I remember that. So, are you fluent, Clara, in Lombardian, or
Yeah, quite good.
yeah, quite
I
good.
was
So,
uh, I was there in the last few days for the holidays, so I could practice a little bit.
yeah, so that would be great. Maybe if
Cool.
you could like present Lombardian to us, maybe in a form of a sentence or maybe description of a word that we
um,
could try to guess. What do you think?
Yeah, there are many proverbs, for example,
Uh
that
huh.
could be
Uh huh.
used.
Uh huh.
What do you think about that?
Proverbs. Okay, okay, we could do proverbs. I think it would be
Well,
interesting.
Or there's some
Venetian.
local expression, I would say.
local
The niche
expression.
is full of proverbs and local expressions too.
Yeah, I think it would be very interesting, but I also see that Peter is calling in, and I think Peter is a French speaker. So he might also be interested in participating because if I remember correctly, Lombard has some connections with French, right? There are some French words in there,
Yeah, it does.
or cognates at least. Yeah. Okay, so let me just quickly add Peter into the game. Okay, give me a second. I think we will have to switch to a different window. So Peter, you're going to join us now. Hello, Peter,
Hey,
you're
Peter
live.
again.
Hey, Leonardo. Good to see you again.
Yes, Peter.
Yeah,
So
good
Hi.
seeing you.
we can hear you well. So Peter,
Hi, Clara.
just a quick introduction then. What languages do you speak, and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Colorado in the United States, and I speak French and fairly good. I've looked at Italian a little bit, and then also Swedish and German are like languages that I've studied, but I'm not like fluent in.
Okay, that's good. So you've had some exposure to Italian and French, because in this challenge we would like to focus on the Lombardian
On Lombard, yeah.
dialect of Italy. So this is not a language that with many resources online or anything like that. So it would be
Yeah.
interesting to hear it. So if Clara, if you could come up with, as you said, you could either just present some of the proverbs and typical expressions in Lombardian. You can even type them into the chat. Here, it's a guest chat, so I could display them on the screen, and people in the chat could also participate in this. Or you could come up with a word description, for example.
I would like to start with a word.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So give me a second. I'm
Cool.
just going.
Very understandable for some people,
hmm
which is fambros.
Okay, let me just publish this.
Well, Clara, I think you shouldn't say the word like that. But
Okay,
falámos
so
com português. Boa tarde, boa noite a todos. Boa noite. Hey.
yeah. So let's just think about the format. So is this a typical Lombard word? Maybe is it a false friend for Italian speakers, or is it easy to understand?
Yes. No, for Italian speakers, not very easy. For other Romance language speakers, will be very easy to understand what it is.
I think I have a guess.
I think I also
Or at
might
least it
have
looks
a
kind
have
of
a
similar.
guess.
Yeah, if you know Spanish, you might know what it is.
Yeah. So let's try that maybe. Let's try with Leonardo first. Okay, because Leonardo, you might actually not be getting the right meaning. What do you think it is, Leonardo?
I think I got like what's shoot. I forgot the name of the fruit in English.
A fruit.
Clara,
Okay.
aiutami, la fragola, aiutami, per favore.
Not yet.
Oh.
Not yet. So let's move over to Peter now. Peter, what do you think it is?
I think it's raspberry, because in French, raspberry is framboise.
Okay, and I think it's either blueberry or strawberry. That's my guess.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'll go for blueberries. And Leonardo, do you remember now the word that you wanted to
Yeah,
use?
the strawberries, but actually, I am not really on strawberries because some Bruce. I actually was think in the beginning. The word led me to framboos in Dutch, which is um, um, framboesa,
Joanna, please
framboesa in
help.
Portuguese. I don't know. I am getting out of the word in raspberry. Thank you. 'Cause
Okay.
got out of it.
Okay, so who's correct? Clara?
Yeah. I don't remember the name. Calling from the
Me?
US. Yeah, you were correct. It's
Peter.
raspberry.
Nice.
Raspberry.
Raspberry.
Cool. Yes. So, so it seems like there is some French connection there, French Lombard
Almost, yeah.
connection when it comes
Yes.
to that word. And lots of people got it
Interesting.
in the chat also. Good. So that was an easy one because it was just a word. So maybe you could come up with an expression that is typical in Lombardy, something that people use only in
Oh
that
my God,
region
Jose,
of
ouais,
Italy.
exactement.
Or if you want to go for a single word, maybe you could describe a word for us in Lombard with few sentences.
So,
I will come
so
with a short. Please, Leonardo.
no, but go, Clara. Sorry, didn't want to interrupt you. Go ahead.
I would like to go with a strange expression. In some part, it will be very easy to understand for English speakers, but it's not very easy to understand what it means.
Okay, so how is it pronounced?
Fabalalutch.
Luch. Okay.
That's interesting.
Peter, do you have
The
any ideas?
well, the last word looks like the OEU kind of makes me think of something. Should I say what it is?
Yeah, because I'm giving up. I'm giving up
I think
already.
I mean, my guess would be like to beat an egg or something, because œuf in French starts with OEU as well.
But
So like faire battre un œuf.
yeah,
Interesting.
can
I
I
was thinking about eggs
think
also.
of something? Can I?
Yes,
Can I? Give my
Leonardo.
guess? I when I saw that OEU at the beginning, I also thought of the French F, but then when she pronounced the whole word, was was actually that changed completely my direction because in I thought of the Venetian ocho, which means I, so it lets the I dance literally, so it lets the I
Ah,
move and get mad basically.
Okay. So Clara, what's
or
the
it could be like to wink.
to wink?
Yeah, Leonardo is right. It means let the eye dance. But the meaning of the
Ah,
expression is something else. Because when you move your eyes, it means you're more careful. Pay attention to
Uh,
something.
hmm.
It's
Now I see the
typical
connection
when, yeah, it's typical when
with like
someone says, "Okay, you can do that, but pay attention." Fabalaluch.
Okay.
bala
uh,
looks like bailar in Spanish.
Yeah,
I didn't recognize that at first.
Okay, Clara, so could you say it one more time?
fabalaluch.
Which translates to English as
Pay attention.
pay attention.
Be careful.
Literally make your eyes dance. Or
yeah,
one eye. One eye.
Yeah.
Luch, yeah, one eye.
Okay,
Luch.
that's a good one. Yeah, that's a very good one. So this kind of expressions are very interesting. Yeah, guys, if you guys know any expressions like that in any of the languages that Romance languages that you've studied before, you can also bring it forward. Also, people in the chat, if you know something like that, you can
I am thinking of
share
an
that with
expression.
us.
Fica de olhos abertos. Is that? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Fica de olhos abertos is also an expression in Portuguese to say that
And
thing.
how does it translate literally?
Literally, it stays with the eyes open, literally. So it's
Keep your eyes
similar.
open.
Exactly.
Okay, that's good. So, Clara, what about maybe a word description? What do you think? Would you be able to come up with something? Or a longer sentence?
A longer sentence could be this one.
Well, while she's typing, I would just like to say hello to Filippo, a friend of mine, which is probably connected and watching right now. So, hello.
Hello, Filippo.
Hello. Where is Lombardy in
I will
Italy?
take Lombardy. You know where Switzerland is?
Uh-huh.
Yes, just south of Switzerland.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will take this word. I'm not sure how to type that, but
Yeah, so what kind of spelling are you
Don't
using,
importa.
Clara?
Doesn't matter.
I have no idea because there's not so much of a writing tradition. It's more
Joanna,
speaking.
Turin is the capital of Piedmont, not of
Yeah.
not of Lombardy.
Yeah, it's Milan, the capital of Lombardy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
You start with this one
this
word.
word, yes, this word. I have to check how to call that in English because it's very tricky.
Sure.
I know in German, but I have no. Okay, it's very easy. It's something. Should I say that in Italian? What it is, or in English?
So in Lombard.
Or in dialect?
In Lombard, yeah. So
Yeah.
you type the word, right? And
Yeah.
so we're doing that challenge because in terms of the format, usually in this format we don't reveal the word until only until it's been guessed. Yeah, after we've guessed, then we present the word. But that's fine for now. So maybe you could just explain that to us in Lombard, and we try to guess. Okay.
Ok. So, l'ena roba che la si usa in montagna.
Sì,
Mm,
va bene.
ja, per occupare la erba o tutti i fracassi del bus.
Lo capio, sì.
C'est pour couper les arbres ou le gazon.
Le mie tan groß. Ja, ni piscinine ni trop groß.
Alors, c'est quelque chose de taille moyenne qui s'utilise pour se soigner du gazon.
La fa parte della famiglia dei curtelli. This is another tip.
Che aveva capito. Aspetta.
Okay. So you guys want to write it down or just present it?
By the way, you might have noticed that I am trying to speak Venetian so that we keep the dialect into it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, Peter, do you have any ideas? Maybe you have some questions.
I did ask a couple of questions. I don't know if you understood, Carla.
I
Clara.
didn't hear you. Sorry.
Oh, oui. Est-ce que c'est quelque chose qui est utilisé pour couper le gazon?
Oui, c'est cela. C'est cela ou l'herbe.
Hmm.
Le
Est-ce
gras,
que, est-ce
tout
que,
cela.
Allez, erba.
elle est-
Tudo
est-ce
Le
bem.
qu'il est
gras, si vous
électrique ou
voulez.
est-ce qu'il est électrique ou
Non, pas du tout.
Ok, ok.
Go capio allora. Go scritto. Mi penso che abbia capito. Poi mi lo savaria, ma...
I have an idea, so I will present it at the end. But maybe we can start with Peter. Peter, what do you think it is?
I'm guessing it might be like garden shears or something like that.
Okay. Leonardo?
Io mica pensare a una roba che in italiano è il seghetto.
Il seghetto, which in English is?
A small
A
saw.
A sew. A small sew.
Yeah.
Small saw, okay. And I thought it was a ski, like a piece of sports equipment. A ski. So everybody had a completely different idea.
Yeah.
So what is it, Clara?
It is a sort of knife, but a big one. Kurlash is a square axe, I would say, something like that.
Ah.
Really a square
Okay.
axe.
Okay, interesting.
There's also another name for the other one who cuts, which made a little bit rounder, like this. Half a Christ. There's another word, but the square axe is the kurlash.
Okay, so you guys got the idea that it was a tool. So
Something to
a
cut
cutting.
plants.
Yeah.
Les cisailles.
Actually, that's what's interesting to see. We actually got close by getting the idea, which is a big point. So
Yeah.
that makes it quite understandable.
I still don't
Up
know if I
until
can
now.
picture. I don't know if I can picture the exact thing you're talking about, but I get the point.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to. I will send you a photo.
You can
Okay.
send the photo how it looks like. You can send the link into the interview chat. And for the next challenge, I was thinking that I know that none of you speaks Romanian, right? You all
No.
speak Italian, a little bit of Italian, some French, and Portuguese. So it would be difficult to find a challenge for all of you. But I'm going to play to you a description of something in Romanian. It's going to be read by automatic Google Translate voice. But we can just see if we can do that, if it's going to be possible.
Bene. Demo.
Okay, so
what language should I try to speak in answering the questions, in trying to get
it's going
the
to be a
idea?
very short. It's going to be a very short thing, very short sentence. So I'm going to just play it. let's see if you can hear. Can you? We're going to see if you will be able to hear anything. So this is the first sample.
Cadere de apa din cercare uda tot ce se afla in calea sa.
This is wrong because I used the Italian voice for the Romanian sentence.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's wrong.
yeah. So let's try again. Did you hear all that?
Yes.
Okay. So one more time.
Cădere de apă din cer care udă tot ce se află în calea sa.
One more time.
Cădere de apă din cer care udă tot ce se află în calea sa.
It's kind of robotic, right? Sounding.
Cădere de apă din
No,
cer
it's
care
not.
udă tot ce se află în calea sa.
I think the first time you play it, it like plays it at normal speed, and then the second time it's slow, and then the third time it's back.
Yeah.
One more
Okay.
time, please.
Let's try one more time.
Cădere de apă din cer care udă tot ce se află în calea sa.
Did you hear anything that you could
Oh,
could give you a clue?
like one word.
Okay, so I'm going to play it one more time because I think there might be some disruption on the line. So
Cadere de apa din cercare uda tot ce se afla in calea sa.
No.
again, I used the wrong voice. I used the Italian voice. I'm sorry. If we had a real Romanian calling in,
Cădere de apă din cer care udă tot ce se află în calea sa.
okay. So, do you guys want to make a guess, or do you want to see how it's written?
Maybe see how it's written.
I think
Yes.
see how it's written.
Okay, let's.
Actually, I have a friend of mine who speaks Romanian, is a native speaker of Romanian, so maybe I could invite him to join the show.
Well, we need someone now, so we're going to just use the Google
Sure.
Translate. So this is it. This is the sentence. Let me play it again.
Cădere de apă din cer care udă tot ce se află în calea sa.
Any ideas?
This is a rough one.
Ah,
The word that I thought I recognized is actually not there.
Clara, are you having a clue of what's written there?
I understand only cadere. Yeah,
Which
of
is?
course. Of
No.
course. To fall.
What is apa?
Cădere de apă.
The apple.
Okay, so this word is actually, maybe it's gonna make more sense when you know what it is. It's rain.
Oh, so it's a description of rain?
Ploaie.
Ploaie. This is the description of rain. Let's try to translate this sentence. Leonardo, wait. So now, guys, you know what it is, so you got more context. Does it change anything? Adding some context in. Can you translate?
Cadere looks like fall. Like falls from apa.
From above.
I'm just looking.
Maybe.
From above.
Ah,
But it's cadere de algo, of something. The fall of something.
cadere de apa. Apa is something? Like literally something.
Apa
no.
is water.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting. You know, that makes me think like the P and the Q being switched. That makes me think of Celtic languages.
Ah,
Just out of nowhere. Like I know there's a thing where like some of them use a P and some of them use a Q.
yeah, caer de arriba. Oh no, I wanted to show this one. Agua.
Aqua,
Difficile, eh?
shoot, shoot d'eau in French. Fall
So
of water.
Leonardo, maybe you have some ideas how you could translate this sentence.
So I just got the falling of the water. That falls from the sky, and that's the only thing at that's that Seafla, which is basically maybe is which you can find in um, in the air, basically.
So the translation of the sentence is falling water from
Kalea
the
must be
sky, falling water from the sky that wets everything in its path.
Oh, Kalea is path. In Kalea size in its path.
Yes, so I think that what we could do now, you could translate that sentence into the languages that you speak. So maybe Clara, if you could translate that into Lombard, Peter, you could translate that into French, and Leonardo, you could translate that into Portuguese or Italian.
I can maybe do both.
Yeah. Just one maybe. I don't know. We are improvising here.
Well, okay, maybe I'll choose Portuguese then, because it's more different from Lombard. I mean, if I choose Italian, it's might be closer maybe.
Okay, and I'm going to add it to
Same as Kylo. Ah, yeah, Kylo.
the caption.
Kylo. Ah.
So you can
Actually, I may make a small correction to mine just to make it more word for word for what the
You could
Romanian
also
is.
use the word rain, like rain hyphen and the explanation, so we can compare that. Okay, so I've got this. And how do you say rain in Lombard, Clara?
pioggia.
Could you
Just like
type
in
it?
Italian.
Could you
Pioggia.
type it in?
Wait, I'm writing it in Portuguese. I was just everything got stuck for a second, so.
Pioggia, okay. Yeah, it takes some time, but I think it's worth it because you will be able to, look at this and see the comparison side by side. Leonardo, I couldn't hear you. Yeah, so Leonardo, maybe pick just one language. Maybe Italian would be the easiest, since Clara is already doing Lombard.
I was just doing Portuguese, but okay. I just translated my whole sentence in Portuguese, but I can
I mean, if you have whatever you have, you
Or
can
I
just
can do
translate
Italian
it
if you
in.
want.
But also include the word rain in the front, Leonardo.
Okay, wait. That's like this. Okay, I'll retranslate it. I will. That's it.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
it. Actually, yeah.
Okay, so I got
Okay.
this. I'm going to just. Okay. Oh, it's going to cover a lot of our faces. So
Oh, that's
It's
all the
okay.
translations together. Okay.
we're going to move over here, and I'm going to add Peter here, and that's gonna look much better now. So let's read that sentence. I'm going to do the Romanian part since we have no Romanian speaker.
Cădere de apă din cer care udă tot ce se află în calea sa.
Okay, the next one.
Pluie, chute d'eau du ciel qui mouille tout ce qui est dans son chemin.
The next one.
Pioggia, l'acqua che la borla giù del cielo, che la bagna tucque e che la trova nel suo sentè.
Next one.
No.
Italian.
Clara.
Oh, okay. I thought Leonardo was going. So, pioggia, l'acqua che cade dal cielo e che bagna tutto quello che trova sul suo cammino.
And Portuguese, Leonardo, you muted yourself.
Ok. A água que cai do céu que molha tudo no seu caminho. I say, sorry, chuva. Chuva is rain.
Okay, okay.
You know, I see a word in the Lombard that's similar to a French word. Sentier, is it path?
Yeah.
In French, it would be sentier. That's a cognate.
Because I see that there is a lot of like camino, and in Romanian it was calea.
Cădere de apă din cer care udă tot ce se află în calea sa.
Okay, that's very slow. But anyways, yeah, so we've got this then. We've got that. Go back to this one. So that was an interesting challenge. It took us a while. So maybe for the next round, we're not going to spend as much time with this, but I have a good word that I'd like to show you in Romanian again.
Okay.
So let me see. So listen to the hint now.
Deplasare dintr-un loc în altul, de obicei în scop de vacanță sau explorare.
That was a little bit clearer than the last one, maybe.
Yeah.
One more time.
Deplasare dintr-un loc în altul, de obicei în scop de vacanță sau explorare.
Do you have any ideas?
It sounds like it's saying like go from one place to another, something about vacations and exploration. That's what I'm hearing in it.
Okay, but do you have an idea of a concept it's describing?
Travel?
Okay, so that's your guess. What about you, Leonardo and Clara?
Well, actually, I got more of something I didn't really get. Maybe you should play one more time and would get it again. But I said something that moves from a high place without exploring something like this. I didn't
Okay.
really get the concept out of it.
And Clara, what about
I
you?
think it's a vehicle. I don't know if it's a car or a plane or something like that.
Okay, okay. So here it's how it looks like.
Cădere de apă din cer care udă tot ce se află în calea sa.
Do you want
No,
to
that's
change
not
your
it.
decision?
That was the last one.
That was the last one, Norbert.
Which one was the last one? Oh,
I
really?
just
That
heard
was
the
the
other
last
sentence.
one. I'm sorry, I'm such a mess.
Deplasare dintr-un loc în altul, de obicei în scop de vacanță sau explorare.
I got it. I got it. I think I got it. I think I got something.
Okay.
I got like deplasare. Yeah, sure.
So what's the answer? The final answer, Leonardo. Do you want to change your answer now?
Yeah, I would change it in plane.
I was going to make the same change.
Into what?
Airplane.
Airplane. And Clara?
Yeah, I think so.
So
In altul.
In
So-
scop de vacanza.
it's a trip. It's a trip.
Oh, I was closer the first time.
Yeah, so it's basically a trip.
Călătorie,
Calatoria. Calatoria.
Huh. Wow. Because the first part of it is like se déplacer d'un endroit à un autre. I mean, that one is pretty easy to understand. But then the second half of it wasn't quite as easy.
călătorie, deplasare dintr-un loc în altul, obicei în scop de vacanță sau explorare.
Okay, so who wants to translate that sentence into English?
I can go.
I could do the first part. Oh,
Uh,
Clara, go ahead.
To
Cla-
move from one place to another
Uh-huh.
in order to go on holiday or to explore.
Usually
But
for
the
vacation.
običaj, I don't get it really.
And then we say, okay, usually.
It's very interesting. The običaj. So it means usually for vacation or
Oh.
exploration. And now when I looked at it and I said it out loud, it's a Slavic word. Običaj, in Polish, it's obyczaj, which means custom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's why we didn't get that.
I was
Oh,
looking at that word.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
looking at that word and I kept thinking object.
Uh-huh. So
Oh,
because it's
yeah.
a Slavic
You could
word.
say, although you could say it like objective, like with the object, with the objective of. Maybe that's a cognate too.
I
Of
thought about hobbies.
hobbies. Uh-huh. Maybe so. There is obviously a Latin word there. Like the Slavic languages don't have that structure. We don't have this kind of prepositions. But običaj, it's clearly custom. So
Slavic, yeah, sure.
yeah, so that was cool. So let's translate that into Italian. You don't have to type anything. You can just say it out loud maybe this time around. So maybe let's translate that into Italian, Leonardo.
Ok, spostarsi in un luogo in alto, direi, normalmente per andare in vacanza o esplorare dei luoghi, aggiungerei in italiano, perché non ha senso così tanto.
Okay, so was that a translation of this sentence?
No, that was a translation, but then I said that I would say to explore a place, like, because to esplorare in Italian like this, that is not that nice, that doesn't make that a lot of sense.
Like, do you mean that this verb needs an object? basically.
Well,
It
it's
doesn't
not
like
that it
standing
doesn't
alone.
it's not that it doesn't make sense without, but you usually wouldn't say that, let's say.
Tosca gave us a very good translation. Hello, Samantha, by the way. Yeah, so Leonardo, could you read that?
Spostarsi da un luogo in un altro, di solito con lo scopo di una vacanza o di un'esplorazione.
Okay, great. So we've got that clear translation. Clara, would you like to translate that into Lombard?
Oh, let's see. Se spustas de kia la, pur na in vacanza, esplorare, I have no idea how. Explorare, I have no idea how it's. I don't think it exists. In Lombardy, we don't explore a lot.
You just stay put. You just stay put in one
Cosa
place.
dire?
Yeah.
Okay. And how is a trip in Italian and Lombard?
Un
Viaggio.
That's Italian and Lombard.
We use the verb viaggiare.
Okay. And what about French, Peter? Would you like to translate that into French?
Sure. Voyage, se déplacer d'un lieu à un autre, d'habitude pour une vacance ou pour explorer.
Okay, very good. So lots of similarities there. But those words
Well,
like
actually-
explore, it's a very international word, basically. It's kind of
Yeah, like, actually, in reconnecting and re-looking good as a sentence, it's not in altul, it's not really from in alto, it's ad un altro.
yeah. So I can't really tell much because this is all computer generated. It's a computer generated sentence. So I don't know. I'm actually, by the way, guys, I'm using Chat GPT to generate these sentences. I just gave it like command, give us some reversed charades in Romanian, and that's what happens.
That's cool.
So that's very cool because we can do this, even though we don't have a Romanian person at hand.
Yeah.
So that's great. Good. So I think we can do one more, if you're okay with that.
Yeah.
Because it's going surprisingly well. Like you're getting some bits of it at least.
Thank you, Clara.
Okay.
We
I
do
think
have
in
people
English-
speak Romanian in the chat. Yes, Joanna, I know, but we need someone who speaks it on the show. So if you want to call Joanna, we can add maybe just your voice, just because I haven't prepared the screens to fit more than 3 people. But if you want to call and read those sentences to us, you're welcome to. Oh, you did.
But
Joanna, what
I
language
could
did you
also
speak?
go.
You have to go, Clara.
Yes, I have to prepare the things for tomorrow.
Okay.
children.
Yes, sure.
So that also Johanna can come in
And she can call in. Okay, that's fine, Clara. So if you have to go, then you have to go. Thank you so much for calling and sharing your
Grazie, Clara.
Thank you.
language with us.
Bye-bye.
So
Ciao, ciao.
ciao, Clara.
Ciao.
Have a
Ciao,
good
grazie.
evening.
Ciao, ciao.
So I'm going to just quickly switch to a different screen. It's all happening live. So I need to be able to adjust things. Yes, Joanna. So when you were calling, maybe I didn't see you for some reason. Maybe I was distracted with something. So you're welcome to call in now. But meanwhile, I'm going to play. Yes.
My question to Joanna is how many languages and what languages she does speak, because I saw her writing in Romanian, I saw her writing in Dutch, and I saw her writing in Italian. At least those 3, and maybe English too.
Yeah, I think Joanna, she's a polyglot, basically. So she
Yeah.
speaks all languages.
But where's she from, actually?
Uh, I think
I was on a
Nether-
show with Joanna
Netherlands.
once before. I think, yeah, Netherlands. Living
Yeah,
in
Ah.
Finland
Netherlands
or something like that.
Belgium. Sorry, Joanna, I forgot. Netherlands or Belgium, but I think more
And,
like the Netherlands.
and she speaks Romanian.
Let's not gossip about
Like
Joanna when she's watching us. Let's wait for her to call and
Okay.
tell us.
Sorry,
yes.
but I was just curious.
Yes. So let's. Meanwhile, I'm going to play the Romanian sound. So listen to it.
Fenomen optic care apare când lumina soarelui se reflectă în picăturile de ploaie, formând un arc colorat.
I got that
Okay.
one.
Okay, one more time.
Yeah.
Fenomen optic care apare când lumina soarelui se reflectă în picăturile de ploaie, formând un arc colorat.
Okay, so
Well,
what
that
are your
one.
guesses? What are your guesses, guys?
Rainbow.
Rainbow, yeah.
That's correct. So this is rainbow, and this is how it's spelled. Let me show you. Oh no, this is not how it's supposed to look like. Yes. So this is it.
It's it twice.
It's twice. Yeah, Norbert.
Oh no.
But that ChatGPT, that's just saying it twice.
No, it's me just pasting it wrong, but so that's how it looks.
But I recognize the word for rain because we just had it.
Exactly. So we are using our knowledge that we just gained today. And
Do you know that word for rainbow in Romanian looks like cucumber?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Curcubeu, fenomen optic care apare când lumina soarelui se refractă în picăturile de ploaie, formând un arc colorat.
Formando un arco colorat. This is really easy, very easy to recognize. Lots of
Yeah.
words. Phenomen, optic.
I think because it's scientific, a lot of those scientific words tend to be
Yeah.
the same.
Lumina solari.
Refractă.
Se refractă, yeah.
Formand un arc colorat.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
clear.
Yes, very, very, very easy to understand.
What's rainbow in Italian, Leonardo?
Arcobaleno.
Arcobaleno. Okay, and in French?
Arc-en-ciel.
Arc-en-ciel. And in Polish it's tęcza. Tęcza with the nasal L.
Tęcza.
Tęcza.
Okay.
Yeah, so how would you translate this description of rainbow into Italian, Portuguese, and French?
Un phénomène optique qui apparaît quand la lumière se refracte, je sais pas, dans les petites gouttes de pluie, formant un arc coloré.
Okay. And we've got the Italian one, so if Leonardo, you could read that.
Fenomeno ottico che appare quando la luce del sole si rifrange in particelle di pioggia formando un arco colorato.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sam.
Might not have been 100% correct.
Is there any French translation? I think it's Portuguese, isn't it?
It's Spanish.
It's Spanish. Okay. Let's read that. Fenomeno óptico que aparece cuando la luz del sol se refracta en gotas de lluvia formando un arco colorado. Wow. Thank you very much,
Nice.
Joanna. And
What?
Portuguese. I mean, Leonardo, you can't just read it. You don't have to type it.
Okay, so it would be. I'm not sure, but it should be um fenômeno óptico que aparece quando a luz refrata-se na, na chuva, criando Actually, I don't know. I'm missing the word for bow. Wait a second. I'll get it because I'm completely out of it. I was trying to. I'm missing two words, so
Okay.
I.
Fenomen optic care apare când lumina soarelui se refractă în picăturile de ploaie, formând un arc colorat.
Okay, I'm here. It's fenômeno óptico que aparece quando a luz refrata-se na chuva, criando arco colorido.
Colorido. Okay. Okay. Let's see what.
Or colorado is also an alternative to colorido.
Okay, so we couldn't hear you very well because we had some issues
Yeah?
on the line. So let's listen to the computer translating it.
Arco-íris, fenômeno óptico que ocorre quando a luz solar se refratar em gotas de chuva, formando um arco colorido.
Yeah, that's more or less what I said, in the sense that I didn't get quite a literal translation as he got, but yeah.
Yes, so this is good. I mean, this is something very easy to translate for a computer, you know, because as you said, Peter, it's very scientific. But the moment we get into something more abstract or like literary, then computers they can't do that.
Proverbs.
Yeah, and stuff like that. Not possible yet.
Soon, though, I bet.
Yeah.
Soon. Possibly. I mean, you know, if you've seen my latest video on my Ecolinguist channel, the Old English, can modern English speakers understand Old English? I actually used AI image generator for the thumbnail of the video. So
Nice.
so I've been like trying to generate different images, and then I picked some of them to combine them into a thumbnail. So yeah, like you can just type in whatever concept you have, and the computer is going to do all the work and produce something.
I've done some of that too.
Yeah, something that would have cost like lots of money to produce in the past, but now it's just a few seconds, you know. I don't know how I feel about it yet.
I have mixed feelings about it as an artist.
Yes,
But it's pretty cool, though.
There is lots of issues there, you know, but it's possible right now. You know, I mean, the technology is there, and yeah, it's kind of interesting where we going with it.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's do one more, maybe one last one in Romanian, and see if you're gonna get this one. Let me just make this disappear.
Yeah.
Animal cu gâtul lung și pete pe piele și cu o limbă foarte lungă.
I'll play it one more time.
Animal cu gâtul lung și pete pe piele și cu o limbă foarte lungă.
One more time?
Animal cu gâtul lung și pete pe piele și cu o limbă foarte lungă.
Okay, you have any ideas, or you want me to display
I have a
it.
couple ideas.
I also
Okay.
have.
Maybe display.
I also have. I have two ideas.
Okay, so Peter, you present your ideas first before we see the text.
I think it's either an elephant or a giraffe.
And Leonardo, what's your guess?
Elephant or a snake?
Okay, so let me paste this here and show you the text.
Animal cu gâtul lung și pete pe piele și cu o limbă foarte lungă.
Have you changed your ideas?
No, I think it looks about like I imagined it would look. I
Okay.
still don't know
Yeah.
which idea I like better.
Good word. Wait. I'm trying to see if I can make any other connections.
Limba to me, I thought that means language in Romanian, but I must be
Yeah,
wrong.
but limba actually is. I think it might mean
Oh, no.
tongue.
No, it's an anteater. It's an anteater.
Anteater, Peter. Okay, so you change it to eater. And you, Leonardo, what's your final answer?
I also actually changed to an anteater because if limba fuerte lunga is, I'm imagining the tongue which goes all out over the place and then gets in back
A very
in
long
again.
tongue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuerte lunga, very long.
Okay, so you're very close. But it's
Giraffe.
giraffe.
Oh, I guess a giraffe has a long tongue.
Girafă, animal cu gâtul lung și pete pe piele și cu o limbă foarte lungă.
Limba forte lunga, which in Brazilian Portuguese is
Girafa, animal de pescoço comprido e manchas na pele e língua muito comprida.
That's Brazilian Portuguese, and in European Portuguese it would be quite similar actually.
yes. So giraffes, they do have long tongues. So limba, I think, also means a tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it means a language, but it also means a tongue, just like I guess every other Romance language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lingua, yes. So
Lingua, yeah. Lingua and tongue too, yeah.
gatul lung,
Must be long neck.
long neck.
Yeah. Gâtul lung.
Spots on the skin.
The șipete pe piele. Piele would be skin.
Yeah, șipete pe piele. Pete maybe are spots. There are spots around the skin, all over the skin.
Yeah.
La peau.
Yes, Joanna, she said gatul lung,
Gâtul
long
lung.
neck.
Interesting.
Gâtul lung.
How would that be in French?
Un animal avec un cou long, avec des taches sur la peau, qui a une langue longue.
Long. Long.
Oui.
Fuerte.
Longue.
Fuerte.
Langue très longue.
Très long. Okay, so I see. Good. And how would that be in Italian?
Ok, giraffa, animale col collo lungo e macchie sulla pelle, con la lingua molto lunga.
Okay. Hortolonga. And what language is this?
I do not know.
It's a Romance language for sure.
I think
Yeah.
that's.
Could it be
I
Occitan?
Could be an Occitan, yes. We don't.
Or Catalan? I don't really know, honestly. I'm
Catalan.
guessing.
I think it's Catalan.
Occitan, Gascon. So
Okay.
Joanna guessed that. Okay, so I wish we could hear how it's pronounced. That would be interesting. But still, it's very easy to recognize that it's a Romance language, obviously,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
structurally and vocab wise. So that is good.
A lot of cognates in there.
Yeah. Good. So we just handled Romanian in this episode, even though we had no Romanians calling in. So that's
yeah.
That was cool. Is
useful.
that the first time you've done that?
Yes, the first time I used AI
AI.
to help run the show. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, and actually speaking of the AI things, because Tosca Sam, who was on my show, she's an artist and illustrator from Tuscany. So I think that still there are some things that won't be replaced by AI. For example, communities like this, people calling in and doing things that cannot be replaced by an AI. So I think everything else,
True.
if it helps us to make our experiences more exciting and better, then we can use it as tools. And also, by the way, when I was designing that thumbnail, it took me so long to kind of conceptualize what I really wanted AI to do, because you have to have very clear instructions. Yeah, clear prompts. So still, I think artists gonna be more original than AIs, and you can actually do whatever you come up with, because the AI doesn't really know what you want. It just generates something randomly.
AI can do all the technique, but you have to be creative. AI can't be creative for you.
Yeah, with prompts and stuff. Like if you give it a wrong prompt, and every prompt I gave generated like maybe 8 different images, but I didn't like them. They were not really what I wanted them to look
And
like.
an AI can, like an artist can go into an AI image afterward and like touch it up, modify it, change things about it.
Yeah.
But it still felt like a compromise, like I was like, oh, okay, that will do. It's not exactly what I had in my mind. It was just like it's gonna have to do, because it's way better than things that I would be able to make by myself.
I used it last week.
Yeah.
To give me like an idea, but then I drew an entire image. I kind of traced it, and I took hours to draw this image over it. So it was kind of original, but it kind of wasn't.
So it just helps you a little bit, but you still have to process it in your own way and make it yours, I suppose. But some of the imagery is really, really impressive. Just like looking at it, the things that it can be generated artificially. But still, I think the artist has a vision, and they kind of make it happen somehow. So they're still winning in this race.
I hope so.
But for languages, because like ChatGPT, it's a language model. So for people who are learning languages, this is like, wow. So I transform texts. For example, I have like original Polish text for my students, and then I transform it into like B1 level. And it just like removes all the things that are classified as C2 or something. Is just too high level, and just like makes it simpler.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like transforms the text into something that could be used in a classroom, for example, on a particular level for students. So this is like, wow, where are we now?
I know. I have coworkers who use ChatGPT to like write copy, write marketing copy, write code. It's pretty amazing.
Yes, and now we just needed this Romanian prompts, Romanian hints, and I just write into this ChatGPT one prompt, and I got 15 different words that we could use like instantaneously. Just telling
Nice.
like use the reversed charades rules to generate words in Romanian, and it did it. So it was very interesting experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. So next week I'm going to be streaming on the Slavic Languages Hub, but the week after it's going to be the Ecolinguist channel again, and we might have Carlos, the speaker of Interlingua, there.
That would be
to
fun.
continue with the Romance languages, or something else is going to be happening. We'll see. Okay, so thank you very much for hanging out tonight and
Thanks, guys.
participating in the challenges.
Thank you, Norbert, again.
Yes, thank you very much. You all have a great evening, the rest of the day, the great week, and see you in the next episode, the next live stream. Take care,
Thank
everybody. Bye bye. Ciao, ciao.